Tunisia can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Going to be disappointed with that. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Gerrard. Pinches it off him. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely worked. Shot a goal! Now, what about a counter-attack? Floats it up and over. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that is out of play.
You know, Peter, it's great to see Samuel Eto'o on the team sheet. Energetic, fast, strong, a deadly finisher, and his stamina is absolutely exceptional. He just doesn't stop running.
Right, genuine African superstar.
And usually leaves you something to remember.
Roberto Carlos. Indonesia so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. White makes the interception. And he thumps it clear. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And that's put paid to a promising move. That's a nicely measured pass. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Pass somewhat off target. And that's a superb pass. And again! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vieira getting this one clear. Can he latch on to this? White is always looking to play quality balls. And here's Neymar. Batistuta. And Batistuta! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Just eases him off the ball. And it's Neymar. He's cut it out. Beckham. Neymar. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Eto'o has been caught there, it's a foul. It's a quick one. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And that has been cleared. Eto, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Batistuta. The most accurate pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Gerrard. Messi, can he put it away? Defending of the desperate variety. Now that's well seen too. He's not got that quite right. Messi. Gerrard, and it's Scholes. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Neymar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. In for a header! There's the whistle for half-time. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. So we reach the halfway point.
Indonesia ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Beckham. Batistuta purring through the... Has a goal! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Messi goes steaming forward. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's taking no chances there. Played back in. Chance to finish. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gerrard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. And it's Messi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Chouameni. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It is still anyone's game, 0-0.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bellingham! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences. This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
He's having a good look here.
Neymar! To replace him is number 20, Maradona.
This is their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And here's Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Adams. Belletti. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Eto'o. Scholes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Belletti. Gerrard.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And it's Neymar. Beckham. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Indonesia are looking to break at pace. Oh, good ball. Belletti. He rises! He scores! And that could well be the winner!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
There's going to be another change here. Bale coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
So we have the first goal.
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
He's going all the way! That's a smashing touch to get him away. Great hit! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Neymar just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. That's very neat. And he's gone backward here. And that has been cleared.
Indonesia probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, here's a chance! He's got away with one there. That has ended up in no man's land. White. So that's it. It is all over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
And a quick announcement
That
for the
is
benefit of
Stephen,
anybody
voted
who is
man of the
standing
match,
served
and
of
deservedly so.
Please look at the screen for
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Hops for safety. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Sadio Mane. He's one of the paciest players around, Peter. He's a very dangerous dribbler and a fine finisher to boot. I particularly like the way he gives defenders a headache by drifting across the forward line, looking for gaps to probe and spaces to get into. I think he's going to be a really huge asset for this team.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Batistuta. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cleared without hesitation. Beckenbauer. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the pace.
Musiala! Ruben Neves. Alexander-Arnold. He's looking to set free a runner. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Tries to dink it through. He could be in here. Mane, he's got away. Neymar. Tchouaméni. It's Batistuta. And he's managed to get free. Hernandez attempts a clearance. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a really well measured ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Serginho.
Pretty robust defending.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. And it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. That's a decent clearance. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Alexander-Arnold. Ruben Neves. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Belletti. And that's put paid to a promising move. That is good alertness.
Indonesia have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Zaire Emery. No, that's been intercepted. Zaire Emery is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Musiala. Oh, super ball. Can he put it away? He scored!
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Indonesia have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And he's intervened well there. White cuts it out.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Zaire Emery gets a foot in here. Well, that is one way to stop him. That has been slung wide. Romani clears it away. Aims beyond the defence. And he's there to retrieve it. Musiala.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And he's being shifted off it. And it's Ruben Neves. He's in, surely! Belletti. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. We still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Indonesia head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we are back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. White. For Musiala. Oh, that's well spotted. Neymar. No, again there's no way through. Neymar. Serginho. Musiala. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's an excellent interception. White, very nicely done. Good spot that. Musiala. Batistuta touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Beckham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
72,306.
Chooses to go back. There's the hit! No, he's missed it. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Zaire Emery. Number 6, Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field, number 8, Conte.
Here's Batistuta.
Number 9, Mbappe.
Beckham.
Substitution.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And Batistuta! Goal! 2-2 good. They have breathing space.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Batistuta. And that should get the job done.
Indonesia are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Indonesia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Spread neatly, and he's there to get it away. Neymar did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Belletti. And it's Maradona. Now it's Messi. Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Pinches it off him. Mane. And here's Mbappe.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Belletti gets it away.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's played him through.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Indonesia have their second corner now.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Neymar. Number 3, Van Dijk. Number 14, Ruben Neves. Coming on the field, number 10, Bellingham. Number 19, Jules Koundé. Number 29,
Costa Curta is there to clear.
Substitutions taking place.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, played through for the white man.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
The most accurate pass. The final 5 minutes. Salah, good driving run. Great defending, strong and determined. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. It's a good ball played into space. That has been cut short. Costa Curta. Mbappe! Oh, that was vital.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mohamed Salah. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Mane, Bellingham, there's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Indonesia are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief
Please
can
turn your
draw great
attention to the
satisfaction
screen
from
for
it.
information provided by the local
How would you
police.
summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Indonesia definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And already we're underway here. And Beckham! Oh, brilliant! Just brilliant!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Mohamed Salah. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Bayer gets it away. That is good strength. Torres providing an outlet on that flank. Balls over the line, and it is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. He gets big! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Messi, oh what a climb! Another fruitless header.
How hard can it be to time a jump with the right contact? It's not that difficult, is it?
Hakimi. Nicely intercepted. Musiala. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Musiala. That's offside. Yes, it is. Some resolute defending there. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That is Stuta! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Corner number 2 then.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Indonesia are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Now the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done. Well, to be honest,
Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared without hesitation. And that is expertly dealt with. And now they can spring out of defence. Quality ball. Van Dijk gets good distance on it.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
In with the challenge. Decent hit! Indonesia get their fourth corner. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Rodri. That's really well manoeuvred. Gets his pass away. That's an excellent interception.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves.
He's going for goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They're up to 5 corners now. Rodri with the clearance. Looking to go deep. Oh, smashing header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Indonesia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. He's played him through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
It's Salah! It's in! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing!
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
That is good alertness. And it's Fernando Torres. White. Beckham. Musiala. Indonesia looking to pass down. Shot a goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mohamed Salah. Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Beckham. Musiala. And here's Neymar. He's found a way through. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Got a shot away. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. Here we go again then. Messi. Musiala. muscular approach does pay off here. Hakimi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Batistuta. He could be in. Musiala! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Musiala just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Messi. Batistuta. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Messi. Floated through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Tries to dink it in. And through to the goalkeeper. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Neatly clipped into space. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
La asistencia es de partido.
Just about up to the hour now.
97.559 espectadores.
Beraldo. Ruben Neves. And he was quick to react. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, super find. Now the finish! Mohamed Salah looking to add to his goal. Musiala. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Messi. Ruben Neves, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh no, what has happened here? Chouameni, White. Musiala. Oh, no joy this time. Can he latch on to this? He is through here. Now there's a fine ball. Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Well, they've got it again, and it's Messi. Into the last quarter of an hour. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Good ball over the top. With Batistuta, gets through and tries a shot! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are cruising away.
En el minuto 78.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
El dorsal 11.
Tunisia grabbed a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal.
He's had a shot! It's in! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Lobbed in behind. Excellent challenge there, uncompromised. And Batistuta! He should have put that one away.
Batistuta should really have closed the game out then, and this could come back to haunt him.
Opts to play it back. Nice interception, well timed. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of
Mohamed Salah! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
El dorsal 21. Messi. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15. El dorsal 8.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Bellingham. And here's Kane.
3 minutos de descuento.
Tchouaméni.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Hakimi. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. No. And the referee brings it to a close. Indonesia can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are.